you guys, how are you? I thought I'd pop on live. I know it's late, but I'm a night owl. Can't help it. So I'll just wait for a few more people to hop on before I start my discussion. It's not going to be a long video because it is late. I gotta wake up early for school. Take my kids to school. Hi, Allie. How are you? Um, I'm gonna wait for a few more people. So I can feel the fall in the air when I get up in the morning. It's still hot in Houston, but I can feel the fall coming. I'm so excited for that. I don't like hot weather. How are y'all? Okay, so what I want to talk about is after the eclipse. Now, everybody was asking me to make a video about the eclipse, but everybody was doing that, so I'm making the after one. There was a lot of energy in this eclipse. I felt it. Uh, I felt very different, you know. A lot of women were actually affected by the eclipse because a lot of them started their menstrual cycle, or they just finished and then they started it again because of the eclipse. It's just like it was like messing with you know, all that woman stuff. So a lot of women were complaining about, oh, I had headaches and cramps and I got, you know, this happened because of this eclipse. And it's true. So a lot of women were affected. I was affected, and my energy was affected. I totally had to rest. I had to take that day and kind of rest, even though I did kind of do a few readings. But after that, I had to rest because I was tired. It was a time to gather energy, and it was also a shift. It was also, you know, a time to make sure that you are where you want to be in life, and if not, how to push through. It was going to give you that energy to push through to that next level, and uncover what needs to be revealed so that you can move on to that next level, because a lot of us can't move because we're stuck, because we can't move past a certain point. So I felt like for a lot of people, they came to a actualization, and they received a lot of energy. They received a lot of just confidence that they didn't have before to kind of pursue things that they were afraid to pursue. It's kind of like you're getting out of your own way and revealing who you truly are, you know. My dog was acting a fool. He was acting crazy the whole night before and the day of the eclipse. He was just running around. He did not sleep, you know. And I know he was affected. So, yes, it was very draining. I took a nap. That's why I'm up, because I took a nap today because I was so drained. And I don't take naps. I am not a nap person at all. Like, if you see me taking a nap, I'm sick or hungover. But, you know, I'm not a nap person. So, I did a few. I didn't take too many because, like I said, I was trying to rest. I took a few ritual spell work clients. I did a few rituals for clients, just a few, because I wasn't going to outdo myself. You know, I wasn't gonna use all my energy. So I just did two actually. So whoever you two lucky people were, you caught me at a good time. But that's all I did, and then I just rest the rest of the day. Went on Netflix and watched Hemlock Grove again because I've already finished that series, and then I'm now rewatching it. So I felt like a lot of people are now getting more into what's going on. Like, even on the radio station today, the lady, one of the DJs was saying, oh, I feel so much different after the eclipse. It had a lot of impact, and the energy from that eclipse, they were all talking about it. Like last year, you wouldn't have heard this conversation. So there is a shift in consciousness, and more people are gravitating towards spirituality and consciousness versus, religion. Because last year, that would have been unheard of to hear on the, you know, local radio channel or station. And now it's just everywhere. Everyone's talking about it. People who were asleep last year are awake this year, and in a big way. So I know it's a major shift. Women's thinking is totally changing. They're getting more empowered and taking their power back and knowing their self-value and making sure that people respect them. A lot of people are changing, and all those obstacles are moving out of the way. Like they're just being pushed. Like, bye. So that's what I felt that this eclipse kind of represented. It's pushing the old out of the way, making room for the new, and just making all that energy that we've been using, blocking ourselves, we needed to rest to really figure out what we want to be doing. Time of rest is important to think. And another thing that arrived on the day of the eclipse was some new oud. I was like, ooh, this is a good day. So this is the Ganesha oud. Ganesha oud. And if y'all don't know who that is the elephant Ganesha. Okay. Remover of obstacles. So this came right on time. Also good for prosperity. And also it smells divine. Like this is, you know what, y'all? Y'all know how I always say a Nana Rose is my favorite? This is my new favorite. This one knocks Inanna Rose out. Okay, this is nice. This is very, very sexy and seductive and sweet. So this is a sweet one. I'll put it on right now. I put this on before I worked out today. I went to the gym. I worked out. I came home. My husband's like, "Why you put on perfume to go to the gym?" I was like, "So when I sweat, I don't stink." But what he was saying is I smell good, and plus, and I wear that. It removes obstacles. I think this is good for people who feel like they're blocked and need just that extra help to remove things, remove negative thoughts, remove negative people, remove lots of things that are in your way, or to be able to have the courage to push them out of your way. This is really good. Like I said, the royal bloodline, the oud of royal bloodline is where you order this, and they do rituals on all of their products. Okay, all of them. So they're really good. And this one is my favorite now. This is it, hands down, absolute favorite. The Ganesh, the Ganesha, Ganesh. This is how it. Oh, they even put the little symbol on there. Isn't that cute? So, yes. And if you have an altar to Ganesha, you can use that oud for your altar as well. Tell us about your eyeshadow and lipstick. Well, my eyeshadow is not really eyeshadow. It's highlighter because I was too lazy to do like a full face of makeup. So I just put on highlighter, lashes, and lip gloss. And the lip gloss is by Victoria's Secrets. And it's called, I don't know, it's the red one, After Dark. That's what I got on. And it's actually a little bit darker than that. It's kind of worn off, but it looks like that. Oops. But yeah, I like it. So, moving back onto the eclipse. So I was lucky enough to get this during the eclipse, and so it really helped me out. And a lot of y'all have been asking me if I've lost weight or what am I doing or blah 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 blah. I've lost weight. I've been going to the gym because I got a membership like a couple months ago, and now that the kids are back in school, I'm able to go every day early in the morning. So that's what I've been doing. if you guys were wondering, okay? Anyway, I don't really like to talk about it because it's not like, this is not the type of channel for that, and I don't want to get into it. It's just, I just walk on a treadmill and do some arm things. That's all I do. Okay, nothing fancy. um, so yes, I also feel like the eclipse gave a lot of people more confidence, because I've been witnessing a lot of people have more confidence in themselves that usually have low self-esteem. I'm like, looking at them like something different. They just have more self-esteem, and I think that shift with the eclipse did that as well. Um, so I was gonna ask you guys if anyone has been like negatively affected by the eclipse, because I know there was a lot of people going around saying, "Oh, it's bad. You shouldn't, da da da. It's negative." And you know how people start those superstitious things and saying it's bad and negative, but it's not bad. It's only bad if you don't understand it and you took it the wrong way and you used that energy in the wrong way. Someone said they used the eclipse to block their ex. Ooh, someone says they've been receiving money. Okay. So yeah, you gotta make sure you use that eclipse, that energy for the right reason and not the wrong reason, and no fear. Because a lot of people say, "Oh, it's gonna bring catastrophe," and a lot of people believe that. Some people do, some people don't. Um, but I felt like it was a shift, a major shift in the change of thinking. Like people are starting to realize and see what's really going on, changing themselves, not trying to change everything else, but changing themselves. That's the key. You can't change everything else. You can only change yourself and how you view things. And by doing that, things change. Okay? Because things change because when you treat yourself different and you expect different, then everything else complies to you. Because why? Number one, you're the consumer. You buy stuff. You keep the economy going. So whatever your shift has become, their shift has to become. Okay? You can't try to change them because they can't change until you change. You know, um, supply and demand. If there's no demand, there is no supply. So many people are out there trying to change this and change that and change this person and change that person and change this situation. Work on yourself. Master yourself. Master yourself. Unblock yourself. Because you can't unblock a situation, but you can unblock yourself and your thinking on how to get around that situation. You know what I'm saying? So instead of working on everybody else, trying to change this, trying to control this, work on this. If you take enough time and sit there, you will figure out how to get over it. And you can bypass the whole problem and solve it at the same time. So it's very important to understand that the work is within. Okay? And I hope that eclipse has taught this and made that shift to a lot of people who keep looking on the outside for help and change. It's all inside. Yes. The physical, someone says the eclipse was the physical manifestation of the third eye. Very true. It should have brought you a merge of consciousness of right and left brain as one, thinking logical as well as, creative. It should have given you that male and female energy merge to come out even better. So I would say use this energy because it's going to be around for a while. A few weeks, a few months, it's still going to be around, that energy. So you can still use it if you missed out on yesterday because you had to work. It's still there. Okay. So keep using it, unblocking things, store energy. Come up with new ideas to unblock your issues. Sometimes people aren't even blocked; they're just impatient. There's a difference. Some people will feel they're blocked, but they're not really blocked. They just have to be patient and wait because everything takes time. For example, if you just got at a new job and you feel like you can't, get ahead and get more money, well, if you just started, you can't get a raise. You know, if you just started school and you feel like you should be already graduating and starting your own business, well, you got to finish school. That's not a block. You just need to be patient and do the work. You know. So remember, patience is also something that a lot of people need to learn. Some people just want to rush everything and they end up messing it all up because they want to rush somebody's decision or something, and they make the person upset and like, you know what, forget the whole thing. I don't want to do it now because you're trying to rush me. A lot of people have issues with patience. Don't wait forever, but don't try to rush someone into something. You know, so make sure that you understand that, and that you can't control other people. You can only control how you view them, your thoughts. You can suggest things to them. You can try to manipulate people with magic and things like that. But at the end of the day, you can't control them. It has to be their choice, you know. And sometimes people are very easily persuaded. So it's almost like control, but it's still their choice. Okay? Okay. Yeah, I was kind of in a rut before the eclipse. I could feel it building and coming up and stuff like that. And now I feel renewed after that. I got my rest. Everybody's saying, oh, I got my upload, got my rest, I got the energy from it. I was happy to see everybody else getting into it, even people that are not into stuff like this. They got into it, and it also made a lot of people start reading about it and the effects that it has on people. And it might have, taken someone down a new path that works for them. So that's all good too. I can imagine in 15 to 20 years from now, the world's going to be a lot more spiritual and less religious. And I'm so happy that shift is occurring in my lifetime, because I remember when I was a child, it was still very religious. And now that's kind of fading away, and I'm like, yes, finally it's gone. It's never going to be all the way gone, but it's not going to be like, this is the only option, and if you don't do this, you're a bad person. This is going to be like, oh, okay, you're religious, okay. Oh, you're spiritual, okay, it's going to be just accepted. Like, okay, you're spiritual, okay. So, because if you listen to the TV shows now, like, none of them say God anymore. They say universe. They say, oh, the universe was trying to show me something, or oh, maybe the universe gave this to me. They're speaking more spiritual terms versus religious terms now in, like, television. So I'm just happy about that, because not everybody believes in the same thing, and it's just a good shift that's occurring. Okay. Oh, did you charge? Someone says they charge their crystals with it. Yeah, I have. I had a window, so I had all that good energy coming through my windows. I had my crystals up there, and I went outside for a second. I didn't stay out there long. It was hot, but it was a good energy. So I was happy about it. I didn't really. A lot of people were going live during the eclipse, and I just wanted to sit there and enjoy it. I didn't want to sit there and talk about it as it was happening. I just wanted to focus on it, Mm-hmm. So, the moon was close to the earth again. That's why, like, when it passed and it got that close again, that's why it affected a lot of females. Because, a lot of female cycles are linked with the moon. So if if you were affected, that's why. So, yeah, I'm glad that We got to witness that and get that energy. We needed it. I think we really needed it at this time. So, um, I'm thirsty. And I don't know why I've been so thirsty. Maybe it's because I've been like going to the gym and not drinking enough water. Mm. um, a lot of people ask for more spell work on this channel, and I feel like there's a lot of people on here are newbies mostly, and when they see that spell work, they don't realize that putting intent into it is the most important part, and not everything has to be done just like I did it. You know what I'm saying? You can kind of put your own spin and twist on it. So, oh, well, what if I don't have this? And what if I don't have that? That's for you to figure out. You're on this path. That's part of the job. you know, um, so make it work. That's the best thing you can do is research it, make it work. If you don't have this, find a substitution for it. If you don't have it, try to figure out a way around it, or a substitute. Um, Things like that, you know. Sometimes it's all your intention. That's just my process, you know. You can start to write your own spells and use your own things, because that's how most spells are created. Someone created them. Okay. I might do some more spells though. Like I intend to do more spells, but I haven't figured out which ones I'm gonna do yet. So I don't know. Gotta think about it. Okay. Someone says they keep finding feathers. Okay. Oh, thank you. Someone that says they just found my channel and they've been watching me all weekend. Thank you. Okay. Yeah. So I said this wasn't going to be a long video, so I guess I'm going to go ahead and get off the camera and tell you guys good night. But thank you guys for showing up and letting me know about your experiences with the eclipse. And all that good stuff. So continue to get that energy. It's still going to be going on for a couple of more weeks or so, maybe months. And just look within. You know, everything you need is within you. You know, no one else can give you it, but you can get it if you figure out how. You know, and that's the most important thing. Stop looking for other people to validate you and validate yourself. A lot of times people won't do for you because you're not vibrating in a certain way, because you don't do for yourself. Okay? And that's very important. Vibrating a certain way around people, have them acting totally different around you. You know, if you're vibrating like a victim, nothing ever goes right in my life, and woe is me, that's how you're going to be treated. Because they're going to pick up that energy and they're going to say, oh, okay, this person's a victim. No, they don't ever get ahead. They feel bad about themselves. So, you know, I don't want to waste my time with them, because their attitude is not going to help this situation. So, whatever, you know, get in my face. I can't work with you. But if you're vibrating, oh, I can do anything. I'm smart. I have confidence. I'm getting ready to move to this next level. You know, people are going to pick up on that, and they're like, ooh, I want to work with you. Ooh, I like you. You know, there's something about you. I like your energy, you know. So if you're walking around, moping around, feeling depressed, sad, and all that kind of stuff. People pick up on that and they want to get away from you. Okay? So make sure you're not walking around like that. It's all within. Everything is a choice. You know, you can feel happy. You can make yourself feel happy by thinking about happy times. If times are bad, think about happy times. Don't walk around in that energy. Okay? Because nobody else is going to want to be around you. And you're draining to them, so they want to get away from you, and then you think something is wrong with you. I can't keep friends. Oh, nobody likes me. Oh, because you're an energy sucker and you're negative, and you walk around like a victim, and nobody wants to catch your frequency. So of course they're gonna get away from you. So if you have this problem, think of a happy time. Think of good things to come. Get in a different vibration, because so many people write me with like this the saddest story of their life, and I'm like, that's why your life's messed up, because this is your story. Rewrite your story of how you want it to be. Okay? Don't sit there and write what it is. Write what you want it to be. Okay? Write where you hope it's going. Don't sit here and write the problems. Write the solutions. Okay? Don't waste your time and your ink or your texting on problems. Write the solutions for it. Okay? And get it together, because this is going to be a good year. I can't wait for the fall. And you know, everyone should go into this year, into this winter, into this fall, with this upgrade from the eclipse, and feeling more empowered and able to change to the person that they want to be. Okay, and for their future, they should be in the process of their shift in life, getting their thoughts together, their goals together, and stuff like that. Because you don't have a lot of time on this planet. Like, yeah, we're infinite beings, but not in this life, not in this body. So, you know, don't wait, don't procrastinate, get it together, because before you know it, you're gonna be old. You're gonna be old, and you're gonna still think you're young, but everyone's gonna see that you're old. And like, you know, a lot of women mess around and do this. You know, they'll wait forever to do something, and then when they get old, they'll forget how old they are, and they won't realize why they're being treated like this or not getting the same opportunities. Blah blah blah. You waited a long time to do what you should have been doing 20 years ago. You know, so don't wait. Go do it today. You know, don't wait, because you're not going to get the same results. You're not going to have the same amount of energy. You're not going to get the same reaction from people if you wait forever. You know, so get it today. Get it done today. All right. I'll see y'all later.